sweet home Belize. Warm home, sweet home Belize. There is not a place so fine.
Una vez más, buenos días, good morning to you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Thank you for choosing Power FM. Buenos días, Orange Oak, buenos días, Corozal, buenos días, Belize. Son las 7:40. Estamos en lo que es el 95.5. Manin. Good morning to you. Buenos días, your worship, the mayor of Orange Oak, Ladrick Shepherd. Good morning to you. A todos que laboran ahí en el Orange Oak Town Council, good morning, buenos días, manin, Orange Oak Town Council, thank you so much ahí para nadie más que Antonio Tune Baiza, ahí en el Town Council, a todos que laboran ahí para Freddy Cobo, good morning to you, Freddy, y a todos ahí que están chambeando los diferentes departamentos, all the different areas, you know, because the town council has several areas. Allá Mr. Sabido y a todos ahí en el collecting revenue area. Ahí el señor administrador, Mr. Guerra, good morning to you. La oficina, los que colectan, los que ahí el departamento de transporte, transport department, you know, we got to say good morning to every single one there at the town council this morning. It's a beautiful morning, okay? And yeah, that's how it goes. All right, morning to each and every one of you. In Corozal, we got to say good morning to Mayor Rigo Veos and getting ready for a full term in office in Corozal. Buenos dias, good morning. In Belize City, we will know on the 30th of the month. In Benque, we will know the fate of the Benqueños on the 23rd of August, el 23 de agosto. We will know that, we will know the fate of the Benqueños. We got to say good morning to you as well. A todo mundo, you know, good morning. It's a beautiful morning. And it is 7:43 here in the studio, las 7:43. Le damos las gracias al público por estar con nosotros esta mañana. And we continue, you know, we continue to share. We continue to do what we do best here at Power FM, you know, and just sharing with you that we are in the celebration season already. Ya estamos sintiendo lo que es el tiempo de lo que es los festivos, ¿verdad? Pero vamos a ver qué está pasando y con esto nosotros vamos a estar haciendo esto para ustedes. We're going to do this here for you on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Buenos días, Orange Oak. Buiti Binafi, Malopkin.
In many ways, today sets a tone for the months ahead. The theme we unveil this afternoon will become the thread that connects our celebrations across every district, across every community, and across every generation.
We have different traditions, food, histories, but those differences don't divide us. Instead, they have become the story we tell together. And that story is what visitors fall in love with. Our barrier reef, ancient Maya sites, and rainforests attract visitors to our shores. But ask them what they remember most. The answer is almost always the same: the warmth of the Belizean people.
Every Belizean has a story. Every Belizean has something to contribute. Every Belizean, in both ways, great and small, helped to shape this nation.
Sometimes, in the rush of daily life, we forget to be grateful. But let us remember, Belize remains a nation that can celebrate many things. Look at me. I am Belize. You are Belize. We are Belize. Let us carry this pride forward. Happy 45th anniversary, Belize.
Happy anniversary, Belize. Feliz aniversario, Belize. Look at me. I am Belize at 45. Mírame a mí. Yo soy Belize en 45. That's the theme for this year's celebration. And we got to say good morning to you. Buenos días. You know, yesterday after I left from here, ayer cuando me quité de aquí, I was thinking a lot, you know, even when Dong and after I sat at the table, I asked my daughter, you know, she's a freshly graduate from Muffle Six Farm. She has just done her associate's degree in, let me see if I can do this properly. Okay. Diana acaba de terminar sus estudios en lo que es associate's degree in business science with a concentration in management. She has just finished her studies at the Muffles Junior College. And I want to brag. I really want to brag on this because she did it with honors. And I did ask her when I came down yesterday, Dee, what do you think about the BTL and the SMART scenario? ¿Qué tú crees de lo que es? Le pregunté yo a mi hija, que se acaba de graduar del colegio Muffles Junior College, en lo que es su título en negocios, ciencia, concentrado en lo que es how you say management, right? I have to do this. I have to translate this one. Voy a hacer translate este uno porque la verdad no lo puedo decirlo solo así. I will buffle up myself. All right? An associate degree in business science, concentrated with concentration in management, with concentration in management. All right, vamos a estar haciendo esto. Vamos a ver si me lo pueden hacer translate en Spanish. Que lo diga correctamente, ¿verdad? Dice, es un grado de asociado en ciencias comerciales con concentración en gestión, administración de empresas. Ese es el título que mi hija acaba de conseguir en lo que es Muffles Junior College, un grado de asociado en ciencias comerciales, con concentración en gestión, administración de empresas, an associate degree in business science with a concentration in management. Yeah, she was very smart, you know. She was very smart in answering me. She said, Dad, for me to answer your question, I would really have to go and take a better look and get more information of what is happening with the BTL and the smart scenario. Ella tiene que, me dijo que va a tener que, no me puede contestarme porque ella no sabe todos los detalles que están pasando en lo que es esos dos empresas, ¿verdad? De teléfono que que BTL quiere comprar a Smart. Es bien inteligente, no me contestó, pero esto me está quemando todo el día ayer. And I am trying to learn. I am trying to get more. And like I said, I am very scared when it comes to monopolies. Claro que sí, todos queremos, all of us want a fair chance for everyone, ¿verdad? That we have competition. But again, I said yesterday, I stand to be corrected. I stand to be corrected because there is a wire, if I am not mistaken. How does Belize gets internet? How does BTL or how does Belize gets internet service? Okay. Internet runs in Belize through a mix of nationwide fiber optic network, 4G, LTE mobile data, local wireless system, and satellite connection. Major urban centers and towns enjoy high-speed broadband via submarine cables linked to the US, while remote keys and jungles lean on wireless or satellite technology. Belize Telemedia Limited, the primary national provider offering fiber to the home, Diginet, and 4G LTE mobile data countrywide. Smart SpeedNet provides mobile coverage and expanding fixed wireless or fiber home internet options in selected regions. Alternative and regional providers, companies like NextGen and regional microwave or cable operators serving specific town and neighborhoods. Satellite, Starlink, and other satellite options operate in rural areas and outside islands lacking land-based infrastructure. Why I want to say this? Porque yo lo quiero decirlo. There was a meeting in Cabinet yesterday, and Cabinet is asking BTL and to give more details, porque parece que tampoco ellos no lo tienen. I saw and I heard the CEO giving another one of his versions that it is very good for Belize. It's going to generate more money. They will be investing more money. I said again, we will be losing on the merge. We will be losing when BTL becomes one. Why? Because we advertise for both companies. We advertise for Smart and we advertise for BTL. And when they merge, then we won't be advertising for Smart no more. We will be advertising only for BTL. If we do get another contract with them, if we do, then we'll be doing only BTL. Or maybe no, because they will be monopoly, maybe they won't even advertise because we have to use the company. I don't know. I'm just saying. So there again, as a company, as a businessman, I believe that we are in a very risky situation with the merging of both companies. We spoke about that. I spoke about that yesterday. I said, man, and if they get together, then there will be no more smart. If there is no more smart, then there is no more advertising for Power FM. And let's say BTL says, you know what? Well, then we don't need to advertise no more because we are the only company in the country of Belize. So we only going to sponsor whatsoever we want to sponsor, but we don't need to advertise because we don't need it. We don't need no more, we don't have competition. So we are on the risk of losing another advertising opportunity with BTL again. So it's something that we think of. But when it comes to the better, SSN, that is on a self-centered mind, okay? It's in a self-centered mind because if I think about my business, then I don't want the merge. Okay, si yo pienso en mi negocio, yo no voy a querer que ellos se unan. Yo tengo que ir con Jules y tengo que ir con el pastor en Belmopan y con Moose Hyde en Belize y congregarme con ellos para decir, ¿sabes qué? Yo no quiero que se unan, porque si se unen, el que va a perder es Power FM. Nosotros vamos a estar perdiendo negocio con lo que está pasando. We will be losing business. So it's something that we have to look at on the business point of view. And I believe that might be something that the media houses are looking at in Belize City, especially these 3 huge or 4 huge media houses like Channel 7, Channel 5, XTV, and Plus TV in Belmopan. All right? Because if you are the hottest radio or the hottest, or you believe that everybody is looking at you, because one thing I have noticed, Belize like gossip. A Belize le gusta el chisme. Si tú tienes algo para decir o tú lo dices de una forma provocativa, consigues bastante fans. They will say, boy, you hear that other man talk on radio, that man not afraid for talk on radio. That is Sunny Biza, we're not afraid for say things. We're going to say it as it is. But I believe when it comes to monopoly, when it comes to a business, and I think Mr. Rene Cuello said it, that's why I said yesterday, if Rene Cuello would have buy BTL, and they worry, because Rene have said as a business mind, when you have an item that is, let's say, vamos a decir que solo tú estás haciendo un tipo. Look at the butane. The butane is a monopoly. ¿Cuánto no hablaron del gas botano? Que esto, que el otro, del gas botano, Entraba gas botano de Honduras, estaba entrando gas botano de México y teníamos gas botano Belice cuando iba a traer la compañía, cuando Dino Leva Barro y el UDP se organizaron después que pararon de entrar, que México dejó de meter gas botano. After Mexico stopped sending butane gas to Belize because they never had. Estaban ellos ya protegiendo su gas botano. Dejaron de mandar en Belice y forzaron a los que compraban de México que compren de lo que es el grupo de Sudamérica, South America or Central America. They had to buy from South America, Central America, but they had to buy butane from that area. But it was a private company. Era una compañía privada. It was a private company. And when that private company, cuando esa compañía entró, they were threatening the government of Belize. They were threatening they were threatening to shut down the butane in Belize. ¿Se acuerdan cuando que ellos estaban pidiendo al gobierno ciertas cosas y el gobierno les estaba diciendo que no? So what the butane company said, lock down this, close down, we no sell no butane. Y la gente necesita gas botano. La gente quería gas botano, no podíamos conseguir gas botano porque ellos se negaron de no traer gas botano en Belice. El gobierno, Dean Oliver Barrow, que no le pregunta a nadie, no le pide a nadie, y nadie no le contradice a Dean Barrow. This is the way I like with Dean Barrow, you know. I have always said this. This is the only thing I like about Dean Oliver Barrow, que tiene dos pares de testículos en su lugar. You have a pair of testicles on the right place. When Dean Barrow say that he, one time they threatened the man. They threatened the man, they had a meeting, and he said, no, this is the price. This is what we're going to work with. And they said, no, we are doing this, and this is more expensive. And this. He said, this is the price. And they said, well, we're going to shut it down. We're going to close down. We will not supply butane to the country of Belize. Dean Barrow said, what? He said, you know I supply butane to the country of Belize? No problem. Don't supply butane. Make a bend me tail now. And I say, uno get what uno want. Les voy a darle lo que quieren. Alzaron el precio del gas botano y estaban exprimiendo a la gente de Belice. And what Dean Barrow did, he went to find a group of businessmen. And the group of businessmen, at that time we had the national gas of Belize. ¿Se acuerdan de donde estamos vendiendo? We were having oil in Belize. Estaban sacando petróleo. Y cuando sacan petróleo, también hay gas botano. There was butane gas. And the Prime Minister called on Mr. Canton. And Mr. Canton, they had a meeting and he said, well, you know what? We don't have enough butane to supply the country of Belize. No tenemos gas botano suficiente para prohibir a Belice. Pero en este negocio yo tengo contactos y yo puedo decir y puedo ver si puedo conseguir gas botano. And he did his work, he did his search silently. And then he realized, hey, we can't bring butane to Belize. But to bring butane to Belize is a huge multi-million-dollar investment. Para traer el gas botano en Belize, necesitas a dónde poner el gas botano. You need to where to put the butane gas. So what they did, they look at different angles, they look at different point of views, and then they went and they got a piece of land. They got a piece of land down south in Mango Creek, and they did the National Gas of Belize. Eso es lo que ellos hicieron. National Gas Company of Belize. Esa es la compañía de gas botano que nosotros tenemos en el país de Belice. All right, we have the National Gas Company of Belize, where these people came in, and these people started to set up shop. All right, they started to set up shop at a National Gas Company. Y se dieron cuenta que cuando los proveedores de gas botano se dieron cuenta que el gobierno está haciendo, they started going to court. They went to the courts and they said no. Well, at the beginning they just thought about stiffer competition. Ellos estaban pensando en lo que es competición. All right, eso es lo que estaban pensando los single one in the butane company jump, huff, puff. They were frightened because if Belize will be bringing butane gas, only they will be the ones that will will take care of this butane. Y tenían miedo. They never know what to expect. They never know what to do. They said they could run out any company out of business. They could knock out Western Gas. They could knock out Belize Gas. They can knock out Tomza Gas. They can knock out any gas company. If they just say, well, you know what? Well, we know I said Belize Gas, no more butane. Bam! Then what will Belize Gas do? You know, we know I sell Western Gas, no more butane. Then what will they do? We know I sell gas Tomza, no more gas. What will they do? So there was a real thing with this butane, but then the business mind of those who were dealing with the butane said, you know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this company. Vamos a hacer este negocio. Y a los 15 años, in 15 years, we're going to let go this company into the hands of the government of Belize. All right? So eso es lo que ellos van a hacer. En 15 años, ellos van a van a regresarle esta compañía a lo que es Belize. The National Gas Company of Belize Limited officially began in operation in May of 2020. All right, in May of 2020, after receiving an exclusive importation license and developing the country's first marine liquefied petroleum gas terminal. Okay, ellos comenzaron en 2020. Y en 2020, ya estamos 26, ya son 6 años. En 2035, in 2035, they will be handing over the National Gas Company to Belize. The company will become National Company for Belizeans. Okay, eso es cuando en 15 años, esta compañía se le va a pasarse en la mano del gobierno de Belize. That was the agreement that was signed. That was the agreement that did. The investors will get back their money. Los que invirtieron su dinero van a conseguir su dinero y después en 15 años le van a darle la compañía a lo que es el país de Belize. That's the deal on the monopoly that we have on butane. Well, we do know that the prices of butane go up and down. Look at the gasoline, diesel, super, regular. There's only one company that brings gasoline to Belize. Solo hay una compañía que trae diesel, una compañía que trae regular y premium en Belize. Y si tú tratas de meterlo de cualquier otra frontera para vender en Belize, es problema. You cannot do that. You cannot bring in butane from another country. You cannot bring diesel, regular, super to sell, kerosene to sell in this country. You cannot. All right? So all of these things are happening que son monopoly. That are what we call monopoly. But it is a monopoly that is controlled by the government of Belize. Okay, it's a monopoly that there are policies that is controlled by the government of Belize. Ahora, si llegas a oír que hay como otra cosa, ¿por qué hay competencia con diferentes tiendas? Why there is competition with the different shops? There is competition with different shops like 123, Aaron's, Dickerson's, White House, 88. En todo otro negocio hay competition, y la competencia es porque ellos no son importers. Ellos no traen esas cosas. Ellos compran, they buy. None of these shops are importers. They buy here in Belize. And when they buy in Belize, they buy from some importers where Rennie Cuello always sometimes they reel up on the backs. He said it is very unfair for one man they bring milk that the country of Belize. It is unfair for one man they bring all the flour that Belize. It is wrong for one man they bring all the maseca in Belize. It is, and I am telling you, that's what Rennie said, that it is not good because then they don't have competition. No hay competition en esas cosas. That's what Rennie is saying. But I am telling you that no, those business have to watch them price and see which shop would have. Like I asked my wife the other day, why you alone go buy the 123? Why don't you go buy at the people store? Although people store don't advertise with me, and very few Chinese would advertise. You barely hear any Chinese advertise on any radio station. No, tú no vas a escuchar Dickerson's en un radio, no vas a escuchar 123, no vas a escuchar. They don't do. They just do when they are opening, and after they don't open, there's no advertise no more. They stop. They want to do it for a week or two, and then they stop. They never do it again. Okay? Because they believe that when they got in customers, you don't need to advertise no more. That's what they believe. But we have like People's Store that advertises on different occasions, but not the Chinese. They don't do so. Anyway, but my wife once told me that she goes to 123 because there's a variety. There's a variety of stuff at the store. The store is huge. The store can, if you want meats, there are meats. If you want fruits and vegetables, there are fruits and vegetables. If you want anything that you're looking for, this store has. So she goes there because it's a one-stop store. All right, and that's maybe how they attract their customers. Esa es tal vez una manera como ellos atraen a sus customers. And when they see they get their customers, then that is when they control their prices. ¿Qué es lo que ellos hacen con sus precios? They can raise up their price, they can drop their price, the competition whatsoever. I don't know how they work, but I am telling you, you go to Sugar City, it's always packed. You go to 123, it's always packed. You know, I don't know if everybody got in mind, as my wife, that when they go to buy, that you can get everything at the store. You don't have to buy it, then drive there and drive there and drive there because fuel is expensive. But then one stop and you get everything where you want. That's what they say, all right? Pero de mi parte mío, I always would say, support People's Store, support Belizean little shops. Ahí está Guerrita aquí, vayan a comprar con Guerrita, you know, on Guadalupe Street. Guerrita is there standing up against all of these Chinese groceries. He's right there, no closed down. You have Mr. on Stadium Street. Ahí está en Stadium Street, aunque el señor me hizo rough up el otro día, ahí con Miss Moguel. All right, I went to buy that Miss Moguel the other day, and the gentleman roughed me up with some prices because I asked, but no, this price is wrong. He said, you can take it if you want, and if you want, you don't take it. But for respect of Miss Moguel, who has been so nice to me for many years, I still paid for it. But yeah. But Miss Moguel is there, still has her shop. And there are a few little Belizean shops. And I would always say, support the Belizean shops. Support the business. And again, the other day when I said that, a guy called me and said, Sonny, I was listening to your radio. I'm a Chinese. But I banya, Sonny. Me banya, you know. Me da fuya, you know. I da one Chinese man. But I Banya, I da Belizean just like you. He said, maybe your grandpa come from Mexico, my grandpa come from China. He said, and then my pa born in Belize, and I born in Belize. Your pa born in Belize, and you born in Belize. So Who the more Belizean? Me or you? Or you or me? You understand? Hinga business. And also a Hindu friend. A Hindu friend called me and said, boy, I made hear your radio, boy, you they knock the Indian man. Ne? But Sani, I born a Belize. When my grandpa come to Belize, they bring me pa boy. My pa grew up Belize. And then he married, and then I born my brother. All the way born a Belize. And then talk Brad Creole. I said, boy, my apologies. My apologies on if I said it on a way that was wrong. I said my apologies, because then it is true. There are Belizeans, Chinese Belizeans, Indian Belizeans, Mexicans Belizeans. We are all Belizeans. Pero la cosa es que, we always categorize so that we can know what we are talking about. But again, like the Simon Kwans, they are more Belizeans than any one of us. All right, and it is true, because they not only they give one lot to Belize, but going back to the BTL and the SMART, if it is coming back to the government of Belize, like how the National Gas Company is coming back to Belize, it's a company for Belize and it's a company for Belizeans. The National Gas Company of Belize, the butane gas. And yes, we know they hear nothing much about this company. They are very quiet. Business is running. The other day they had a court issue. I think the government lost that court issue. I don't follow it. I don't really follow it. With the other importers. But I want to say this, that BTL is a company that belongs to the Belizean people. It belongs to the government of Belize. And if they are acquiring SMART, and SMART is profitable, as how Mr. Malcolm Lizaraga, CEO of BTL, says, and all of us would ask the question, why, if my company is profitable, then I will sell it? ¿Por qué si mi compañía está haciendo dinero, por qué lo voy a vender? There are several reasons why I would do so. And it is real. If you have a company and you no longer owe on that company, vamos a decir que SMART, vamos a poner SMART. SMART, cuando comenzaron, tal vez tenían que ir a prestar dinero. Like Power FM, when we started Power FM, we had to go and borrow money. And we still own Power FM. Siempre estamos pagando. We're still paying. We're not finished. We're up on the shish. But we still haven't finished paid. All right, we got a small amount, pero siempre estamos pagando un poquito en lo que es este negocio. Because then we are improving, and every time es cuando acabas de pagar esa cuenta, ya se necesita computadoras, ya se necesita transmitor, ya se necesita, and then we have to keep investing. We have to keep investing, and then we don't have, and every move that want 25,000, and then we have to go in the bank again, get the money, fix up everything, and improve. We have to change the tower, change antennas, change cables, change everything. It todo cuesta dinero. I mean, we get the service, and this is why yesterday when I was talking about the different competition that we have, is there are 7-8 radio stations in our region, but it is the ones who are investing in their radio and are putting their money in there, is that what they have, and I am telling you this because I know exactly some business in radio And like all of us, we are struggling. Estamos haciendo struggle en lo que estamos haciendo. But we are moving forward. Sometimes we feel like nothing happened this month. Nothing happened the next month. That I have to call. I got to call and say, man, don't forget Power FM, Don't forget your radio station. You want to send only $5 donation, one $10 donation. Send your donation to Power FM. What we cannot sell in advertisements, we have to see how we can, because it was the Belizean diaspora that opened that window of sending donations to radio stations, because that never used to happen. Eso no pasaba. All right? But the diaspora has Power FM sometimes breathing, because sometimes we say, why no I? And what to do if we can't pay the light bill? What we can do, we can't pay the internet bills. What we can do is sometimes we can't meet salaries. It's tight, Está mero ahí, Then we have to pay the taxes, and we have to pay licenses, trade license, radio license, all kind of license, and if we don't meet those criteria, then we are in problem. Estamos en problema, and there are some people who promise us that they will be sending, and we write it down, Bam, bam, bam. Okay, then this person promised that he pledged to send $100 US, $100, $50, $25, and sometimes that just pledges, no llega. They're stuck in Mexico. All right, they're stuck in Mexico, or maybe the border patrol in America catches and it not come true. But that's how it works. This is how it works. But when it comes to monopoly, I want to say this. I am scared if I am scared to listen to a foreign investor come in this country and gets the best parts of the pie that a foreign investor would come and buy over BTL, buy over BEL, buy over BWS, essential necessities that we have to pay. We have to. We are in need of using. It's a must. We need electricity. We can't live without electricity no more. We great-grandfathers did. We can't. We can't live without phone and internet. No podemos. What do you? Man, I tell you, I got my niece the other day, a few years ago, and I told her, let's go to my house, amor. I have chocolate, I have sweet, I have biscuits, and I got Coke. Let's go to my house. He said, no, Tio. I don't want to go to your house for no chocolate, no sweet, and no Coke. But I would go to your house, Tio, because they got fast internet. For the internet, she would be coming to my house. Not for the sweets, not for the Coke, not for the chocolate, not for the biscuit. She's not coming to my house for that. She's coming to my house because the fast internet. What I want to say is that we are, and especially that young generation that is coming up. I have a special care nephew, which I love him so much. I have a special care, and he's 12 years old, but he's a special, and every time Kedon comes to my house, he rushes with me, and sometimes I get one nice hug. All right, sometimes I get one nice hug, and because he wants a tablet, a Kedel tablet, and I gave him the password one time. I gave him the password of my tablet. All right, because then only me go in my tablet. Solo yo puedo entrar en mi tablet. So I give him the password, and he always comes and pop. He gets he goes straight into the room, picks up my tablet, and sit down, and when I hear the tablet is working, that means remember the password, and he's a special care. You know, this is the young generation. Esta es la nueva generación, the generation that is into this technology. They cannot do without the technology. A telephone has become a nanny. El teléfono hoy en día es un nanny, cuida el nené. Una vez que tú le tires a ese teléfono a ese nené y ese nené se acuesta en el sofá, tú ni te tienes que preocupar de ese nené. Ese nené no se mueve. Ese nené ahí se queda en el sofá. La tienes que llamar que si quiere agua. She don't even get thirsty. They don't want to eat because they are on the tablet, they are on the phone. You anden en Bex, tú quieres ver un genio. Quítales ese phone, quítales ese tablet. Vas a ver el genio que van a hacer esos niños. We need technology. And when it comes to monopoly, I am always scared about the prices that we might have to pay for internet. And at some point, internet have to cheap. En algún punto, internet va a tener que hacer barato porque todo trabaja con lo que es internet. Ahora, televisiones, ya no necesitas cable porque trabajan en internet. The cable companies are slowly going, you know. Then TV stations are slowly going. They in another 15, 20 years, cable will be fading out. Cable will be going out because everything will be IP. Everything will be digital. Radio stations. You no need for go buy no radio. No vas a tener que ir a comprar radio otra vez. No. Because the radio is on your phone. You will go to your phone. You'll find Power FM. All right? You find Power FM. And once you find Power FM, you knock your play button and you're on. Huh? You're on Power FM. Easy. ¿Viste cómo bonito se siente ahorita que ya estás? So ya no necesitas. ¿Viste cómo bonito se siente ahorita que ya estás? So ya no necesitas tener un radio. You don't need to buy a radio. Okay, because then we need internet for run the internet radio. All right, so everybody could have their radio on their hand. Tú quieres saber qué es lo que está pasando. You make sure we got internet. Pero este internet que tenemos en Belize, if Sunny comes home, Dana is at home, Priscilla is at home, I am at home, and we got at least 3-4 more persons at home, and all we put on the internet start to buffer. Si 8-10 personas llegan en la casa, que estemos en la casa, y ponemos todos el internet, tú estás gustando el tuyo, tú estás gustando el tuyo, tú estás haciendo el tuyo, cuando veas, ya está haciendo buffer. It's buffering. All right? It's buffering because the internet, we are just getting a small little flow of internet. I believe if what Mr. Malcolm is saying, that they want to invest so that higher speed of internet is available in the country of Belize, like in the United States, it's gigabytes. They are selling up to 5 gigabytes of internet speed, internet access, 5 gigabytes, while we are just getting 50, 60, 100, 200 megabytes of internet. They are doing 5 gigabytes. So just imagine that, not the buffer. That is not buffering. That won't work. But let us the monopoly. Will it be a monopoly? Will BTL be a monopoly? Will BTL be a monopoly? I think the way that BTL is structured, the only thing that can happen with a monopoly is same thing like the butane gas when the Central Americans were bringing in gas to Belize. That if they don't get what they want from the government, if they don't get the raise of price from the government, they can just say, well, you know what? Halt the trucks. We're not taking trucks into Belize. Si no consiguen el precio que ellos querían cuando estaban trayendo el gas botano de Centroamérica, cuando ellos le decían al gobierno, vamos a subir el precio en tanto, y el gobierno lo tenía que hacer, porque si no lo hacen, ellos no meten el gas. Y si no meten el gas, de no hay gas botano. Así es que el gobierno se decidió en decir, ¿sabes qué? Nosotros vamos a traer nuestro gas botano. ¿A todos los que venden gas botano les ha gustado? No. Unos piensan que no es, pero la cosa que el negocio sigue. The business continues. But it is something that only the government controls. El gobierno es el que lo controla. All right? The government says this and butane won't come. The butane keeps coming. We have butane in this country that can if they lack us out of butane. We have butane, I think, for months. We have a reserve for a few months that we can have butane in the country of Belize. Now, when it comes to BTL, if it would be a private owner, of BTL, let's say Mr. Michael Ashcroft, as how he has threatened that I heard that from somewhere, that Michael Ashcroft has threatened that if they don't buy Smart, he wants to get out of phones. Y parece que Mr. Michael Ashcroft quiere salir de teléfonos, del negocio de teléfonos. So, ella mencionó que si no compran Smart, él va a hacer una competencia y va a bajar los precios de internet, bajar los precios de lo que es el teléfono hasta que quiebre BTL. Because BTL will not be able to reduce the prices, to give away the internet, to give away. Remember, it's a multi-billionaire, you know. Mr. Ashcroft is a multi-billionaire in sterlings. All right? Not in Belize dollar, not in American dollar. He's the Lord Michael Ashcroft, multi-billionaire in England. All right? He's a multi-billionaire Englishman. So we are talking about pongs. Estamos hablando de libras. No dinero americano, no dinero beliceño, no dinero europeo. Estamos hablando de libras en lo que es el Reino Unido. Pongs of the United Kingdom. Pongs of England. So Michael Ashcroft has threatened, according to what somebody was saying, that he has threatened that he will lure down the price of telephones and internets until he cripples BTL. I don't know if it is true. No sé si es cierto. Eso solo es lo que alguien mencionó en el news that Michael Ashcroft has threatened if they don't buy BTL, if the government of Belize do not buy BTL. All right? So, I don't know if that is true, pero eso es lo que dijeron. Pero yo sí creo que si el gobierno de Belize compra lo que es Smart, if they buy Smart, whatsoever $80 million, and if Smart is doing $10 million per year, vamos a decir que están haciendo 10 millones ganancia al año, o 5 millones de ganancia al año. En 16 años ya pagaron ese dinero. In 16 years, BTL would be paying Smart, and in 16 years, Smart comes to be the property of BTL fully without no debts. Just like the gas company, it's taking 15 years to repay itself. Alright? Agarrando 15 años para que se pague. So I believe that if it's a private owner, that owner can say, well, I will shut down. I want you to change the prices of the telephone. I want to raise the prices for the telephone. And if the Public Utility Commission and the government of Belize says no, then he will say, well, then I will lock down BTL. No more service. Now, that is the problem with a monopoly, because it twists the arm of the government of Belize, that they will have to raise up the prices. But if the telephone company is for Belize, and management is crying to that they are not making money, then something is wrong with management. Something is wrong with management. And that's where the government of Belize will have to tighten up and say what's going on. I have been paying attention. I believe it's not good for Belize. I'm not political. I'm watching the long term. I would say that there's a lot of regulation, there are a lot of stipulations, there are a lot of things with BTL. You know, it's easy for make them take advantage. I don't think so. Hello, good morning, Power FM. You're on the air. Adelante.
Good morning, Botani.
Morning.
Let's put it this way: if they're selling stereokairos to you that have the same power equipment like yours, right? And they just want to get rid of it. They just want to get out of it, right? Like Ashcraft just want to get rid of Smart. He has made his money. He wants out. Now let's put Radio Kairos just for like a picture, right? And he's selling you the same equipment you have.
Same equipment.
Right? Yeah, same equipment, same power equipment that you have, he has, right? But he cannot compete with you because you have more labia. You could get more people to advertise on your radio. But anyway, he's moving out. No, you're going to pay him $80 million for that, right? When on the other hand, you can and it will take you 16 years. That's what you said a while ago, to pay back that loan that you are going to make, right? Why don't you take that $80 million and improve your equipment and left Radio Kairos right there? You improve your equipment with better technology, and you won't even use $80 million. You will invest 20. And so the years go by and more technology, you have another 20 to invest, and so on and so forth. So your equipment will be much better than what you're going to buy, because you're investing in new equipment, because technology change every 2-3 years. Technology change. So why will you invest in something that you are at par with each other? You have the same thing, you are at par with each other, right? And even if he had the same advertisement like you, he's making the same $5,000 per month like you are doing $5,000 per month, just a figure of speech, right? So why will you take that 5,000 with a loan, and you have to take that same 5,000 and pay that loan when you have the same equipment? You're purchasing the same equipment like what you have. Why don't you take that $5,000 and invest into better equipment to serve the people, right? Because technology change, like I said, it change every 2-3 years. Technology change. So why don't you take that money and invest in better equipment, in structure? You can invest in your infrastructure too, right? So then that person that is selling Radio Kairos will have to do the same thing like you to get into the competition. That's, you call it competition. That's not monopoly, right? So that's my point of view, right? If you're going to buy an equipment that is at par with yours, right? Just because he's making 10 million and you're going to take that 10 million, but you're going to take that 10 million and still pay back the loan that you did, when you can use that money and invest in better equipment, better technology. That's my point of view, right? I mean, I'm seeing it in this economical part of it, right? And at the same time, the Belizean people will have choices. That's the main word, choice. You choose where you want to go. You earlier said that your wife go and buy at the Chinese instead of going to people's store, right? Because you have a choice. And that's the main part of the choices. You need to give people choices. You don't hold back people, it's choice. But, I mean, I'm just looking at it in this point of view. I'm not campaigning on nothing, right? I'm just seeing the way it is being structured. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Carla. Carla, I just want to say that one thing, I am not campaigning for BTL. I am not campaigning for BTL, but I just want to be a little bit, because there are a lot of people who are misleading. A lot of people are misleading because of political games, political malice. Right now you are misleading. You were very misleading the way how you have said it, and I will give you my point of view, and this is my point of view. All right, Radio Kairos is doing in Orange Walk, and I am doing in Orange Walk. Radio Kairos is doing 5,000. I am doing 5,000. Let's say the customers of BTL are not the customers of Smart. Smart has their own customers, BTL have their own customers, because if you are a BTL customer, you pay BTL. I am a Smart customer, so I pay Smart. I don't pay BTL, I pay Smart. All right? That's what I do. Now, when they come to internets, I pay BTL and I pay Smart. So if they use the BTL internet drops, the Smart one picks it up. If the BTL drops, then the next one pick it up. I want to tell you which one is connected right now. Right now it is Power B. I have Beeline on right now. It's Beeline that is giving us service this morning, because we don't have Centaur internet, we don't have BTL internet, and we don't have Smart internet. So Power B is on. We are using the internet of Beeline. This is just to show you. I have 4 internets. I have to pay 4 internets. I have to pay every month. And one drop, one pickup. One drop, one pickup. That's how this works here at Power FM. That's why we are always on air. I just want to say, Carla, that if Kairos had, like how you said, and just saying $5,000 out of customers, and I would have $5,000 out of customers. They are 2 different customers. I am, as how the scenario is saying, ellos no están comprando equipos. They are not buying equipment. They are buying the cash flow. Están comprando los customers de lo que es Smart. They are buying. I will no longer be paying my phone bill, my internet bill to Smart. I will start to paying it now to BTL. All right. So now I will be paying BTL 2 bills. I will be paying BTL for my Smart bill, and I will be paying BTL for my BTL bill. 2 bills. But no, my question is, will BTL be advertising for Smart and for BTL? I might lose one. I said it earlier. Who stands to lose in this merger is Power FM. We won't lose, because we might drop. They might drop off one of the paying bills. But going back to Radio Kairos, if Radio Kairos has $5,000 of different customers that I have, I am not buying Radio Kairos equipment. I will be buying Radio Kairos cash flow. And if I can get that cash flow to come to me, I will not invest another dollar in my radio station to get that cash flow. No, what I will be able to do is now to invest in a little bit more of equipment and go a little bit more so that I can get additional customers. This is what they're seeing right now. And let's say Radio Kairos has also advertisements for Smart and BTL. If I buy over Radio Kairos, then what will happen? What will happen? Will I lose a Smart and BTL? I don't think so, because I must just I would have, I won't shut that down immediately. I would have still plug on Radio Kairos with my line, and that's what they will be doing. I will send my signal just to Radio Kairos, and on that signal I would be transmitting to get to get some of those. If it's some huge customers, I have to wait, and then so when it happen, remember, BTL is not buying smart equipments. BTL no está ahí comprando los equipos de Smart. BTL está comprando los customers de Smart. They are buying over the customers. And one next thing, like I said again, BTL does not belong to Michael Ashcroft. BTL belongs to the Belizean people. Son de los beliceños. And it is a monopoly, a sense of monopoly, but BTL cannot do what they want. They cannot say, I will raise up the price. They have to go to the Public Utility Commission. And the Public Utility Commission can say, yes, we are raise up the price. The Utility Commission have to go to Cabinet. And Cabinet will decide. And if Cabinet cannot do it, then Cabinet will have to take it to the National Assembly. And at the National Assembly level, they will have the opposition to listen to it, and the nation to listen to it. If they will raise up or drop the prices or do what they got to do, it goes in the National Assembly. We know it. We know it. But the thing is, if the price drops, it's for the benefit of the Belizean people. If the price have to go up, it's going to be something that it is the government of Belize that will be doing it. And then that's why numbers is very important, Carla, as a businessman. Numbers is very important, but they are not buying equipment. They are buying the cash flow. That's what they are buying. And with the same cash flow, they will be paying Smart, because they know they ask them for go do no loan for go buy. They know they ask them for go do this. They are giving them a period to pay too. Todo eso está pasando. It's worse than that. There are glasses that are smarter than all that. My daughter does all the above and more from her eyeglasses. See there? And good morning from Los Angeles, California. God bless you for being a very good son and the way you treat your mother. God bless you. But what I'm seeing, Carla, is that it's scared when it is a private investor. Because if the investor goes to the government and tell the government, I want this, I want to raise up the price, and government says no, then they twist the arm of the government and they will say, well, we are shutting down. We disconnect the internet. We know when they provide service, we are the knock-off service just to provoke the Belizean people. And then you hear the uproar of the Belizean people that it will twist the arm of the government to give the monopoly what they want. But if the monopoly belongs to you, then they can't. Hey, man, es tuyo. Es tuyo. Es de nosotros. It's for the Belizean people, man. I see it as for the Belizean people. Es de la gente beliceña. Y por eso es que yo lo estoy diciendo de esta forma. I heard my fellow media people in Belize City and Belmopan were saying that they are scared. They are scared because if it becomes a monopoly, they can pull out the plug. And I was very happy to learn that Power FM came just like them. You know, in 1981, when Channel 7 wanted a license to broadcast, so Jules Vasquez said Mr. Price gave them hell. Mr. Price gave them a lot of trouble because Mr. Price wanted Radio Belize be the only media in the country of Belize. But after pushing and pushing and pushing and waiting and waiting and pushing and waiting, finally Channel 7 got licensed to broadcast in Belize City. And then from there, I can recall the Creme scenario in the time of the People's United Party. Again, I think Creme was Creme wanted under the UDP, because Creme even had UDP people investing in Creme Radio at the time. There was UDPs and PUPs investing in Creme Radio. And again, they gave them hell. The UDP never want to give Creme Radio license. Never want to give a Mandala radio license at all. And I may one problem until finally, under the People's United Party, Creme Radio got their license. And from there, all hell broke loose. All different radio stations pop up, this pop up, that pop up. Channel 5 with my, how the old man, my name again, man? Stuart Kroon, and the next one came up and they had Channel 5. But I am saying this because when Power FM was born, we gone through hell with the United Democratic Party to get licensed. We were suffering for 3 years. We couldn't pay the banks. That's why we still owe the banks today, because we gone from foreclosure to foreclosure to foreclosure to foreclosure. You know, I couldn't go to one bank and get all the money, so I can get one little bit at this bank, one little bit at that bank, one little bit at that bank, one little bit on credit cards. And when I got ready to start working on the 15th of April of 2015, why they shut me down? They tell me, no, you can't. You can't, Sonny, you can't. You better, because we are confiscate all the equipment and charge up on top. Man, pero que si fuera Chechón iba a llorar. You know, but I stood my ground and I said, I will fight this till the bitter end. And this is that, and I was persuasive and persuasive and persuasive and persuasive and persuasive until Jules Vasquez. Jules saw me at the Central Park in Orange Walk. And Jules came to me and shook my hand and said, boy, Sonny, I want to tell you that you don't get your radio license. We just approve your radio license. I said, what? He said, we approve your radio license. And I stopped playing Jules. He was a member of the board. And he said, yes, Sonny, we approve your... you owe me. He said, you owe me. He said, you owe me. I had to put my foot strong there for you, you know, and he laughed and he gone. And indeed, we did get our license in 2017. In September 12th of 2017, we actually got our radio license. So that was when Power FM was born, on the 12th of September of 2017. And from there, we are struggling. We are struggling. We are struggling. I basis no I, Miss Maria. And that's why I am not a blessed son. All right, he said, God bless you for being a very good son, and the way you treat your mother, God bless you. No, I'm not a very good son. My mom is a very good mom, Miss Maria. Esa señora es una señora que merece todo. Es el último que yo tengo. You know, even the last that I have, if it's the last shish that I have, and Miss Melva would call upon me, then I will do so. It's not that she has a good son. I have a good mother. it's a wrong, yes. Okay? Ella no tiene un buen hijo. Yo tengo una buena mamá. Esa es la verdad. I don't know if I am a good son, but I know that we have a very good mother, and we do our best for her. You know, all of us, in our own ways, do our very best for her. And we love her a lot. But when it comes to to this BTL scenario. If our friends at the media are afraid that maybe they can just plug us out, they can do so. It is not BTL who plugs you out. It is the Public Utility Commission. It is the Broadcasting Authority. It is the Belize Broadcasting Authority that will come and say, well, you get your letter, you're no longer getting your license. They can revoke it. The license does not belong to us, you know. No radio license belongs to Sanibaiza. No radio license or transmitting license belongs to no media house. It belongs to the government of Belize. It's just like a driver's license. The driver's license, you're just the holder of a driver's license. But it does not belong to you. You're the holder of a Belizean passport. But the passport does not belong to you. You own an insurance policy. You pay for insurance, but the insurance does not belong to you. It does not belong to you. And so it is with licenses. So if they are afraid and they are trying to scare people that this government owning BTL, they can just unplug you, they have the power to do so. I am not scared about monopolies of BTL going to the government of Belize, you know. I am scared for us, the Belizean people, to vote and empower. I don't know what word for use. I'm trying but if we want to put corrupted people in government and we don't have the right to go and talk to them and tell them what is going on, I am telling you why. I am telling you, it is very scary, you know. No, I say again, PUP, that's not the problem, you know. The People's United Party is not a problem. The UDP is not a problem. Yahweh Sanibaiza, they say, take this and cut it and paste it, UDP. The UDP is not a problem. The PUP is not a problem. The problem are those who we put there. El problema es los que nosotros ponemos ahí. Porque ellos son los que joden todo. They are the one that mess up things. When you put Sanibaiza on that seat, and then Sanibaiza is a very good man, like what the lady just said, you're a very good son. But when you go there, you change. You're not that good son no more. That's our problem. It's the beast that is inside of us is the problem. Es la bestia que está en el hombre que es la problema. It's greed. It's greed, Carla. It's greed. Dano the church way bad. It's those people that are heading the church. Dano the police bad. It's those who are leading the police department. Dano this way bad. Dano a bad husband they get. Because when they made the court, I made the sweetest boy when they could ever have, Miss B. When they bring down the stars for you. Con orquesta tan bajando las estrellas, Miss Maria. Diciéndote todas las cosas bonitas que quieres oír. But as soon as they put the ring by your hand, the problem, all hell breaks loose. You get the correct, you know the correct man then. Then you know the correct man that you marry. All right? I just was telling my little sisters and my mom a joke. But I can't say it on TV, right? I can't say it when I was going to marry. You know, and I went to tell my aunt I was going to marry. Why she wanted me to take my girlfriend. She wanted me to take my girlfriend to her. And I said, yes, dear. I'll take her after church. Wow, you going to church, Sonny? I said, yes. Who is the girl? Says, Pastor Percy's Lusher's daughter. Pastor Percy, Sonny? Yes, dear. He has that church right there by the police station. Wow. And when will you bring her for us to know her? ¿Cuándo la vas a traer? El domingo, después de la iglesia. El domingo, tú vas a la iglesia, San. Dice, sí, tía. Yo voy a la iglesia. Dice, pues tráela. Tráela que la conozcamos. What I am telling you is that it's real. It's not the position. It's not the name of the organization. It is the human being. Es el humano. Ese es el problema. I believe in my heart. I believe that BTL getting smart and smart not going on other hands, I believe BTL would be very good for Belize. Yo creo que si BTL está comprando smart y es para Belize, es para nosotros, yo creo que es bueno que BTL compre a Smart. Da miedo para escuchar que Michael Ashcroft quisiera comprar BTL. Because that man is powerful. Very powerful. Super powerful. And just with little Smart, he has threatened. If it is true that he has threatened BTL, that if they don't buy him over, he will just do havoc in Belize and broke up BTL. That's what he said. That's what they are saying he said. Okay? So eso es lo que, el poquito de miedo que eso da. Pero otra cosa, como el señor que llamó, no están comprando los equipos. No están comprando lo que es los equipos que tiene Smart. Están comprando el cash flow. When BSI came to Belize, and I always ask that question, how much did ASR paid for BSI? ¿Cuánto ASR pagó para BSI? ¿Cuánto dinero ellos pagaron para BSI? I don't know. I have never heard how much money ASR paid for BSI. I was talking to a friend one day, and the friend said, and I brought this up, and the friend said, but what ASR will buy when BSI had nothing? ¿Qué es lo que va a comprar ASR si no había una fábrica? The factory keeps breaking down. The factory keeps in problem. The factory doesn't have cash flow. The factory doesn't have nothing. So what will they buy? They didn't came to buy, they came to rescue. No vinieron a comprar, vinieron a resucitar. Okay, they get to put back life on the mill so that the cash flow, what they were not looking at the mill. Ellos estaban dando cuenta solo, poniendo su ojo solo en el ingenio. Ellos estaban, so what was ESR main strength to come and invest in BSI was 5,000 cane farmers with 1.4 million tons of sugar cane. That was what BSI was seeing. That was what ESR was seeing. 1.4 million tons of sugar cane. That was where that was the reason that they came and they invested at BSI. The 1.4 million tons of sugar cane and the 1.5 that they can do at the capacity that the mill can mill. 1.5 million tons of sugar cane. That's what they saw. That's where the money is. on the sugar cane, not on the investment at the mill. The money is not on Smart. The money is on the customers. How much customers Smart have? How much money they come in? That is where the money is. That is where the investment is. That is what they're looking at. If many things will happen and we're afraid, we're afraid. We're afraid bad. I have said this. When it comes to business, it's very risky. Everything is risky in Belize. Everything is risky. Sometimes, every time, when, sometimes I will be honest with you. I will be very honest with you. I say again, and I said it yesterday, and I said it today, and I will say it again. I am very thankful to all those who advertise with us here at Power FM, because we give them their money worth. And everywhere we go, we even talk about it. If somebody would have tell me, anyway, Sani, boy, ¿a dónde puedo conseguir oro en Orange Walk? Buy Rapidito loans. Buy Sani, I want to get some nice steak. Buy Gillette meats. Buy Sani, man. Buy check one nice extra mature with some nalum, and get one good White Russian. Nice relaxing drink. Buy Sani. We always try to push our customers anywhere we are, everywhere we go. We talk about this. We because these are the people who have us going. And sometimes when you say they call you and they tell you, well, sometimes they call buy you say 2-3 mezcal. That's a matter of fire, and they done close to in a month. You get scared, You must you again. It's risk. You are scared for say, Sani, I just the call you for tell you that we know advertise next month. I say, man, it hurts. Sometimes when you say you want call back, or when you get an email, that email that's saying no more advertisements, it hurts. I'm being honest, it really, really hurts. But when you're seeing Sani, and I want you to do this new advertisements for me, take off what you do and put on this next one, you know that you are working, you know that you're doing a good job, you know that you are pushing, and it gives you. But at some point, sometimes we expect different things, And I just want to thank all those people who believe in us. And every day we are growing, we are growing, we are growing, and we are growing. And we want to keep on growing. I want to keep on pushing. And yes, if I could have get all the customers, again, I would do so. But some people don't understand. Some people go value more money. I think the caller said it too about money. If you pay for a service, you expect to get that service. Maybe you won't pay me. You won't pay me $200 for one advertisement. I'm serious. One time. Let's say that there's a 1-2-3 supermarket, and they want to send one advertisement, and they will tell me, I would like you to place this 1 week on your radio station. What type of advertisement you want? They will say, all right, I want only audio. All right, I charge $8 per spot for an audio. I charge $4 per spot for an audio. It all depends. The length of the ad. It all depends whatsoever. They have different prices, and this is what I always keep on saying. Advertisements have different. I have to talk about advertisements one of these. Different prices. We have a number of spots that we give on the radio. We give 4 spots per day at the radio. You get 96 spots per the month on the radio. Some spots are $5 a spot. It all depends. How much we do. But I will say this. There are some times that people would come and say, They call me excited, this, that, and they want to do a 3 months contract, 4 months contract. But when I go to them, they will say, I got $400 right here. Do me 4 months contract. I said, what do you want with 4 months contract? You can get one announcement every day, and I will just say, greeting 123 supermarket here in Orange Town, wishing you the very best. That's it. And they said, no, we want one like call you they do for Rapidito loans. I like Rapidito loans ads, honey, and I want so. I said, no, well then you have to pay the price for that because they are paying a different price. So again, it adds about service. And then they say, boy, Sonny, you know what? Boy, we in Indian church, man, estaba aburrido. Y fui enfrente de la laguna, que one is part front of the lagoon, Sonny, and when they put on the radio, Mara, Sonny, you clear the San Carlos, boy. Bonito, Sonny, you make me di. You me said this on the radio, Sonny, you make a laugh. Why digo este cabrón de Sonny dice cosas que de veras cuando tiene miedo de decirlo. And I say this because then go to the distance and try other radio stations. See where the coverage. You know, we pay more electricity. If I take down my transmitter at maybe 50, no, that's what 50 watts of transmitting. I must say I pay about $300 a month of electricity. I got a beast at 1,000 right now, and we're covering. And my electricity bill are no joke. So that whether they talk and they how much, man, I had $1,800 electricity. It's a lick, but then I want to give the service. I just improved some powerful antennas, 12,000 over almost $14,000. Almost $14,000 after I don't finish with it. It's just to improve. I wish I could have buy one fancy car better. Shall I buy one pickup or something for myself for make a drive wrong? But will the pickup give me more money? Will the pickup give me more business? Will the pickup satisfy my customers that they will see new faces coming in? No. It's the radio station. So I have to pump in the radio station as much as I can. And every time new gadgets are coming up. And this is why I'm saying it's just this service. You can't tell me that I will sell you $100 ad for 1 month and give you one $800, $900. Can't. It is impossible because it's too expensive. Everything is expensive. And sometimes we still do cheap compared to other radio stations that would provide one service, because again it's who they listen to. A quien escuchan. And that's the good part, you know, that I just thank the Belizean people, especially Orange and Corozal. De veras que les doy gracias por todo. And Cayo and Benke and all those people know Stan Creek, San Pedro, Placencia, Bella Vista that we have. Buenos dias, Bella Vista. Man, gracias de veras. A wide people listen on the internet in Belmopan. Thank you, all those people who have their internet radio on. Over 10,000 people listening on the internet radio. Man, I just want to thank you. And then don't tell me, Sonny, this is the way to go. They plug on the radio anyway, they go. And they are on Power FM. They love the music. They love the everything that we do. And they just love it. And I just thank them. De veras, yo doy gracias por eso. God has been good to us. And we are blessed. Pero son las 9:14. I do believe that BTL is a good thing to buy over smart. I believe. I believe that it's a good deal. I am not campaigning for nobody because nobody pay me for this. I want to be honest with you. I don't know. I haven't spoken to the Prime Minister about this. I haven't have a word with no politician about this. I haven't heard from Mr. BTL about this. If anybody wants to be mean with you, if anybody wants to shut you down, there are many ways that it can happen. When you are dealing with powerful people, you gotta be a little bit scared. And be honest with you, cuando estás tratando con gente que son poderosos, realmente te da un poquito de miedo. It gives you some fear because you don't know what that powerful people they can do. I am scared sometimes. I am scared sometimes when things happen. But I will be honest with you. The only one who I'm scared for is the Lord. Okay, yo le tengo miedo es a Dios. And the next beast I'm scared for is myself. You know, and I say this because then it's real. If people want to do you bad, if people that are in power wants to do you anything, they can do it. But you have to be ready for it. When you talk about Michael Ashcroft, when you're talking about Michael Ashcroft, you're talking about a serious man. And I am serious about it. But I believe if there's anything in that magnitude like utilities to come in the hands of Belizeans, I will go 1,000% with it. It's a risky thing. It's risky because sometimes those people that are, I say again, that know the deal, you know, is the people that we have. If we have a humble Mr. Malcolm Lizarraga continues to head BTL until the People's United Party gets out of office, we will have a very good thing for Belize. And the day the United Democratic Party comes in power and a new CEO is placed at BTL and that person heads BTL with a good heart and a beautiful heart, no problem. Those who head government departments, those who head the customs department, those who head the immigration department, those who head the Belize Defense Force, those who head the immigration department, those who head the tax department, those who head BWS, BEL, BTL, those who head the port, those who will be heading the National Gas Company of Belize, those who are heading the Bolido, all of these things that belongs to the country of Belize, I would be grateful if the people will have heart and wants to do better and the best for the country of Belize. And don't be arrogant, mean, self-centered, and think about themselves and those cronies who are nearby. Apart from that, God bless Belize. God bless this country. I am Belize. Belize at 45. Y con esto yo le voy a darle las gracias por estar conmigo esta mañana. Thank you for choosing Power FM. Gracias por estar con nosotros.
Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Get me back to home, Belize. Warm home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Take me back to my old home, Belize. My old home, Belize. Old home, Belize. Soon I'll be back in my old home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Warm home, sweet home, Belize. Sweet home, Belize. Sweet home, Belize. Warm home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Warm home, sweet home, Belize. Sweet home, Belize. Sweet home, Belize. Warm home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine.
Going out? Take us with you on any of your devices. We keep you company anywhere in the world. Tune in to Power FM in your device. Power FM 95.5.
Todo lo que necesitas para este nuevo año escolar comienza con Digi. A partir del lunes 27 de julio, estudiantes y maestros podrán ahorrar en grande con las ofertas escolares de Digi. Obtén 50% de descuento en los paquetes Digi One, instalación gratis y una mochila escolar gratis hasta agotar existencias. Además, disfruta de 50% de descuento en los planes Digicel postpago desde tan solo $55 al mes. Los estudiantes también pueden visitar cualquier tienda Digi y recibir un SIM Digi prepago gratis para mantenerse conectados con la escuela, su familia y su día a día. Se requiere comprobante de estudiante. Visita tu tienda Digi más cercana y prepárate para el regreso a clases con las ofertas escolares de Digi.
Around the world, people rave at the old masters in the world of art. Rembrandt and Van Gogh in the Netherlands, Monet, Degas and Cézanne in France, Picasso, Dali and Miro in Spain, in Belize, Belize, Cain and Gab. But there is another old master in Belize, famous for taste, quality and reputation, Old Master Fine Rums. And now, introducing Old Master Extra Mature Rum, a single barrel rum handcrafted to pure perfection. Experience this mellow and inviting rum only from L&R Liquors, the spirit of Belize.
Looking for the perfect escape? Welcome to El Gran Mestizo Resort, your riverside getaway in Orinjoak Town. Relax by the beautiful new river. Enjoy bold flavors and